Guys, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality, TV, and so much more. Guys, just let me know you can hear me in the live chat. I see you guys. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. Share this video on your social media, on your Twitter, on your Instagram. Send it to your cousin. This is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I literally just took a nap and I was like, oh, wait a second, I need to get up so we can talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion. Yes, we got to talk about the reunion. Thank you to everyone showing love. We hit over 97,000 subscribers. Shout out to all of you, old and new. Old and new. Thank you, Southern Girl, for letting me know you guys can hear me. Look, I have to reveal where I am and what I'm doing. Ooh, let me see if I can adjust. Guys, I have to warn you, the internet where I am is not the greatest. And you know I like my internet. You know I like to be very professional, but it might be a little situation. Okay, it might be a little bit of a situation. For those that are wondering, I am broadcasting live from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Shout out to all of you. Just a little, break from New York City's cold weather and monotony to get a little sunshine overlooking the ocean. So if I go in and out, if the visual is not the greatest, just listen to me. Just listen to me. Boxy says you're on holiday. I don't know if it's holiday. It will be a little bit of mix of holiday, and of course, you will still get daily and consistent content here on the channel. Hope that you all. Dustin said, "When did you get on a plane?" Thank you, guys. Thank you. I don't want to waste any time. While that we have some decent internet, I want to get into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion, the second part. Very much like season one, where that reunion turned out to be this sort of bashing of Lisa Barlow, and we didn't see it coming. I think we saw it coming this week. However, I'm not that interested. I'm not interested in bashing Lisa Barlow and trying to prove that she's a terrible friend. For me, the real evil culprits this reunion is Heather Gay and Whitney Rose. can you guys agree with me with that? Lisa's terrible. Don't get me wrong. Lisa is terrible. Sidebar. Before we get into Heather Gay and Whitney Rose, there was this meme that our friends at Bravo OMG posted, and it was like, this person made Twitter, this person made Facebook, and Lisa Barlow made tequila. And she was like, okay. It's like, oh my God, I love it. But I commented, I said, yeah, she may have made that tequila. However, can we find it? She does reply to me. She's like, yeah, we had a lot of issues because of glass development manufacturing during the pandemic. And a lot of people were commenting, but you still haven't told us where we can find it. Oh, Lisa. Either way, look, Lisa is a producer. And if you missed it, I did post a video talking about the new possible housewives that are coming. And one of them is Utah's homegirl. That's her Instagram name. I'm excited to see what she's going to bring. But that's not the only person. There's another housewife that owns a couple of different salons around the United States. And her name is Angie. But I also hear that Angie Harrington might be also filming again. Lord. Gerard said, glass. Bye. I have posted it on my Twitter, guys. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I did post about what Lisa Barlow said to me. For those that are just joining us, I'm broadcasting live from San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'll be here for the next few days, So bear with me when it comes to the content. And as you can, the internet is kind of it is what it is. We're going to make do. We are going to make do. As you can see, I wish I could show you guys my room, but I have a beautiful balcony. I can see the ocean. It's a little chilly in here. I'm still figuring out the temperature. So I got my sweater on, but it's a beautiful day here in Puerto Rico. It's supposed to be a rainy day, but I always bring the sunshine. Let me see you guys. Uh-oh. Jag says, I can't part ways with our lovable cult leader, Mary. Well, they talked a lot about Mary during this reunion. And I know some people were like, why are they talking about Mary? Look, Mary, they had to talk about Mary this season. I don't want them talking about Mary next season, but this season they had to. She was a part of the show. She decided not to be a part of the reunion. So I understand why they're talking about her. They're talking about her church. Cameron came up. Meredith is leaning into, I am an attorney, and exhibit A, exhibit B. She was like, Lisa, did I have your back then? Lisa, did I have your back then? Yes, Meredith. Thank you so much, Pete. I don't have any of my sound effects. I don't have any of my sound effects, but thank you so much for the super chat. Pete says, I agree, Kempire. I can't take those two messy witches. Look, I can appreciate producers. As I said before, I feel as if that's exactly what Lisa Barlow does. She produces. But I'm just seeing a whole other side of Heather Gay and Whitney. And it's just like everything they've been trying to beam a light on Lisa Barlow. And Lisa Barlow is a terrible human being and a terrible friend, especially for the way that she sort of went after Meredith. But we go after Meredith all the time. I told you, I basically said, but in a sweeter way, everything that Lisa Barlow said. I've been telling you guys this about Seth and Meredith for a long time, but Lisa is her friend of 10 years, and she added a lot of more stank to what she said. She added a little bit more stank. Miss Brooklyn says, I never liked Heather. She always seemed shady to me. I really liked Heather. I feel bamboozled, y'all. I'm in my feelings. Hey, Norma. Norma says bad weather is bad trouble. It just seems like they're so focused on Lisa that I know a lot of you are saying, when are we going to get to the Jen Shah situation and her legal matters? As you know by now that Jen Shah's legal case was supposed to go to trial this month. However, it's going to trial more than likely in July. Stu Chains, that means his whole situation is going to be delayed as well. It's a situation. It's a situation. And here's the thing, and I forgot who said it. One of these other Bravo super fans was saying that the fact that we can watch this show and not really be team anyone's, it says how great it is. And I'm not sure I don't know if I agree with that. Because I'm like, all of them, I'm just like, because I feel like I can throw all of them away. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Chocolate Chunk says, I'm both Team Mayor and Team Lisa. I feel like Lisa's being ganged up on. Yeah, it does feel like they're ganging up on her. And it feels like Heather and Whitney are leaning into that. Heather and Whitney are definitely leaning into, let's gang up on Lisa. Lisa's not perfect. We know that. But I think when we see someone that's not perfect, obviously, but you see everyone else's intention of ganging up on her, you're like, what are you hiding? What are you not discussing? Donna says, Team Mary forever. Shanice says, and production making seem like Lisa walked off like she was done. That's production for you. That is production for you. For those that are just joining, I'm broadcasting live from Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'll be here for the next few days, so stay tuned. Again, the content will be coming, but it will probably be a little bit slower than usual because I'm going to try and enjoy Puerto Rico. Okay? All right. But of course, here we are. We are still doing our Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion, part 2. There's only one more part. I will be happy that this is over. This second part really focused on the relationship between Lisa Barlow and Meredith and what happened there. And look, Lisa is a terrible friend. Lisa, at the end of this, brings Meredith to the side and she's like, I just want to make this right. I just want to make this right. People were telling me that you were talking about me. You were talking about my home renovation. And I have to say, I was Team Meredith because she's just like, what? That's why you said those vile things about me? You said those vile things about me because I said your home renovation wasn't. And first of all, she says she didn't say that. I didn't believe it. Southern Girl says Lisa's no friend. Norma says Kempire, be careful. Don't say punta or pinga. I am not even trying to test up my Spanish besides an hola, como estas, buenos dias. I'm not trying to delve into those complicated areas of puta and, other things. K Baby says Lisa is such a liar. Autumn says your Lisa voice has gotten better. It might be just tiredness. Maybe that's what it is. It's the tiredness and the combination. There must be a lot to really invoke Lisa Barlow. Maybe. Donna says, "Where are Lisa's actual tears? We will never see actual tears from her." Rhonda says, "Kempire, I love your Lisa Barlow voice. It cracks me up every time." I love it. Dom says, "Lisa is very tired." Very tired. Kiana, thank you so much for the super chat. I don't have any of my bells and whistles here. As you can see, I'm not in my studio. I'm broadcasting live from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Kiana says, they definitely are ganging up on Lisa. However, you reap what you sow. I don't feel bad. Wow. I mean, I get it. I get it. Tearless cries. Sister Lou says, so Lisa went buck wild on Meredith because she thought Meredith was cracking on her house. I didn't believe that. I think she's trying to smooth this whole situation over because not only did Lisa blast Meredith's character, but she blasted her husband's character, her children. She said that they were fake. And mind you, it's like pot caught on calling you know what. Just saying. Meredith's outfit was too weird to take her serious. I mean, look, Meredith brought up valid points. Meredith kept her composure. Meredith, talking about her father and what she was going through and the whole conversation of where was she? And Andy asked her, why didn't you just say I was here? But Lisa says, and she was really sticking to it, that no, when I spoke to you, you said I'm with my family. That's what she said. And honestly, I don't know. I don't believe either one of them. I don't believe Meredith 100%, and I don't believe Lisa 100%. Exactly. Thank you so much for the super chat. I want to go press my button and I can't. Thank you so much for the super chat. Exactly says, throw the whole franchise away. If they're not going to get into Jen's case, trial, and conviction, I said what I said. There's no reason to watch. Ooh. Oof. Darren says, I don't believe either one of them. Renee says, Meredith came to litigate, not mitigate. Ooh, okay. All right. You guys came with opinions. Guys, we have almost 400 people in the building. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. This is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. The last time I was traveling, I was recapping the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This has been a long season. Has it been a good season? It's been decent. They're already in the middle of filming their third season. We hear there are a few new housewives that they're considering. No full-time necessarily. You really don't know until they start filming. Quentin says, disagree. This is Housewives, not judge and jury. Southern Girl says, I love Meredith's exhibits. Look, Meredith, she brought up valid points. However, it wasn't the legendary reads that we're used to and we appreciate and that will go down in history. We're not going to remember these Exhibit A and Exhibit B from Meredith. Let's be real. We're not. But I appreciate her keeping her composure despite them bringing up real life topics. Real, her father really died. That really, affected her. So I just didn't, I didn't appreciate that conversation and that storyline this season. But as you know, this part two, they're talking about that. They're talking about Lisa Barlow's hot mic moment, so much so Andy Cohen reads it verbatim, and they go to a 3 split screen of Andy, Lisa Barlow, and Meredith. Lisa insists that she had no idea that, she was just in the moment and she didn't know that it was being recorded until the end. Until the end. Janet, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Hold on. Ooh. Angie was messy, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that. If I was hosting the reunion, I would have done the same thing. I don't know if I would have actually said the words, maybe for poetic license, but I don't know. I don't know. Heather says, why wasn't Angie at this reunion? Because Angie literally was in the beginning of this long season and then she was gone. But word on the street is that Angie Harrington, for those that probably don't even remember, they're probably like, Angie who? Not the new Angie that we've talked about in my latest video, but Angie Harrington, who was Lisa's friend, but now is close friends with Heather and Whitney. So much so that they're spending time on her yacht for her birthday. And they're spilling all kinds of tea on Lisa. Jazzy says, I'm glad Andy read it to her. And well, it looks, here's the thing. Meredith says, well, I'm glad you're reading it because she was ready. She was ready to read it. I was like, I don't think I want that. See, Jack says, Angie who? Angie, girl, give it a rest. You're boring. Go take a seat, little girl. Well, here's the thing. If you didn't know, for those that don't know, Angie Harrington tried to be on season 1. She tried to be on season 2. She got a little shine on season 2. I hear she's trying again for season 3. Bravo and the production company are desperate. You know, they lost Mary Cosby, no matter what you say about Mary Cosby, and she was problematic throughout the season. And they do talk about her this episode, and they talk about asking the ladies, do you think that she's running a cult? And Whitney's like, well, I think it now. Okay. And I have to say again, Jen Shah, putting aside the things that she's being accused of, she came across very likable to me. Again, she came across very likable. She was kind of quiet. She was kind of quiet this episode. To be honest with you, at this point, I feel like based off of part 1 and 2, Meredith should have been on the other side. You know what I mean? But I get why they have the seating the way that they do. And maybe it would have definitely been different if Mary Cosby was there. But I do think that I don't know. I guess it was smart for Mary Cosby not to arrive. This was a mess. I'm glad we didn't get a lot from Jenny Wen this week, but we did get some things where she chimed in, and I was just like, oh. So many of you are like, why couldn't we just edit her out? Unfortunately, for those that didn't see the disclaimer last week, they filmed this before these posts, racist and anti-Black posts, resurface or are surfaced. Donna says, I didn't like all the Cameron talk, not fair. Well, they also talk about Cameron. May he rest in peace. As you know, we met Cameron on the show this season at a Lisa Barlow event. I know for all of you that, you know, have been watching and following Lisa Barlow and Meredith on social media, they've been posting their receipts. I posted a tweet yesterday and I said, I don't care. I know I say that a lot, but I don't care about Meredith and Lisa's receipts. One person's posting text messages. I did reach out to you when your dad passed away. Another's posting receipts about if Cameron was a part of the board. You know, why did Lisa Barlow invite him to this event? Was she trying to, you know, stir the pot and have Meredith do her dirty work? Yeah, we said it when it aired. I don't care if he was there for another event. The way she introduced him and then disappeared, I was like, so I do feel like they should leave Cameron out of this, especially, well, I mean, he was a part of the show. He was on the show, but let the man rest in peace. Let the man rest in peace. Let me see. Thank you, Norma, for the super chat. Norma says, you don't drink alcohol, so try mofongo, rice and beans. Go to Conado. How do you know that's not where I am? And Ocean Park beaches have some tasty men. Old San Juan, fun to walk around, enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to do all of that. I was walking around exactly where you're talking about today. And that's probably why I'm feeling a little tired. I also didn't get a lot of sleep. I'm walking around all day, the sun, the heat. I might have a tan soon. All right. Oh, I didn't put my water nearby. Hold on, y'all. But you know, I don't have my coldest water bottle with me, but you know, coldest water is a sponsor of the platform. So be sure to support our sponsor and support the channel by getting your coldest water bottle. They come in multiple colors, multiple sizes. And I really was going to bring my water bottle with me, but I'm trying to learn how to travel lighter. Didn't quite get there, but at least I did bring the water bottle. But I need to make sure I'm drinking my water, especially in this heat. It is quite warm here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And as always, guys, don't forget to like the video. As I said to you before, there are some internet issues. It is what it is. We will make do. You still be getting daily and consistent content here on the channel and our live shows. Probably won't do our Married at First Sight this week because I'm having some issues with the Hulu. So I probably will have to do Married at First Sight, like a jam-packed situation next week, but stay tuned for that. Good question. Thank you so much, David, for the super chat. David said, how would you answer the poll? So I did post the poll in the Kempire Daily YouTube chat, and I have to remind myself of the question. Hold on. Oh, okay. So I said, how would you rate part 2 of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion? 7 to 10, Team Meredith, 4 to 6, Team Heather or Whitney, or 1 to 3, Team Lisa. Honestly, all of you at 70%. And it's because the way that I worded this. That I think a lot of people were like, no, I'm Team Meredith on this particular situation. But as you know, I've been very critical of Meredith throughout last season and this season. But yeah, Jerica says, call for a town hall when you return. Well, who knows what's going to happen between now and then? You never know. We might need one. Kiyomi says, I never liked Heather or Whitney. The breakout characters for me from season 1 were Jen, Mary, and Meredith. Really? I don't know about Meredith for me. Definitely Jen and Mary. I don't know about Meredith for me, to be honest. But you'll have to refresh my memory on why. Let me see. Shay, you already know I'm always Team Kempire, period. But okay. Shay says, I'm Team Nobody, but my poor Lisa was sinking Lord. Exactly. Says, I always liked Meredith, Team Meredith. Atia says 5. It sucks. Okay. Shar says, did you see how Lisa was backpedaling before they went to commercial to talk to Meredith with more lies? Yes, we were just talking about that, how she was saying, well, you know, the reason why I said that was because, you know, someone had told me that you didn't like my home renovation. And Meredith was like, really? You said those vile things about my family because I didn't like your home decor? It became more and more pitiful watching Lisa Barlow, to be honest with you. It was becoming a little bit more pitiful. But next week, of course, it's going to be more about Jen Shah, her legal case. The husbands will be coming out. And it will be interesting to see how Sharif will answer the question, do you believe that Jen Shah is innocent? We've seen what Sharif has said throughout the season. We were shocked at that. But what is he going to do? He has to be the father and the mother for those kids when she goes away. But since this delay, you'll probably get a season 3 and a season 4 of Jen Shah before she goes. Exactly, says Coordinator Shaw. Not Team Lisa. Guys, let's get to let's get to 250 likes, and I'll drop the call link so you guys can call in and share your thoughts. For those that are just joining us and wondering, Kempire, where are you? I am in San Juan, Puerto Rico, broadcasting live like a news report. I have my different mic here. I have my other camera here. I have my laptop. It's a whole situation, and I have control over my devices, but I have no control over the internet. But we've done good so far. And I appreciate you all being patient. I do appreciate that. Yes, guys, let's get to 250 likes. I'll drop the call-in link. Let me just kind of overview my notes and think of, because I was jumping all around. Jen does jump in a couple of times trying to be the voice of reason for um Lisa, and I'm just like, Jen, you telling someone to be a little bit softer. Melinda, thank you so much for the super chat. Melinda says Lisa is a professional victim. I mean, yeah, I can't disagree with that. Foxy, thank you so much for the super chat. You should have 100,000 subscribers of a celebration, Kempire. You never know. You never know. Um, Velda says been to Puerto Rico once. This is my first time. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Can you do the rest of the show in your Lisa voice? No, it really wears on my spirit doing it. I don't think I could do it for the rest of for the show. It's just too. It's a lot. It's a lot. Thank you so much, AO Ann, for the super chat. AO says, Hola de Marbella, España. Team Mary slash Meredith. I will no longer watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Can't stand the racist women's faces. Hashtag holiday funds. Hashtag salsa. Hashtag dale papi. Hashtag enjoy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Misty says you look great, even blurry. Thank you. Yes, guys. For those that are wondering, if it goes in and out a little bit, it's the internet. It's not me. It's not me. I'm trying. Like I'm trying. I brought all the devices to make things look good, but it is what it is. What can you do, right? Oh, I had to take a sip, y'all. All right. Have we hit 250 likes? Guys, don't forget, we just did a recap of Candy and the Gang. We will do a recap of Candy and the Gang this week. We probably won't do our watch parties because, like I said, I didn't expect the internet to be as shaky as it is and have some technical issues. But we will be doing our recaps of Candy and the Gang right after it airs. So stay tuned for that. Okay. If not right after it airs, then definitely the following day. But join our texting community. That way you won't miss out on any information. And I have to post a Discord. We did launch a Discord so I can start notifying our international folks as well. Lovely says, love that you're drinking Dasani. A lot of people hate it. Really? I actually like it. I think it's very refreshing. Hold on. Make it make sense. You were shady for that poll. You know nobody is Team Lisa. Best. Our Giggle says he mentioned it on Watch What Happens. Like he says if they didn't have the playbacks, that it would allow for more conversation. Andy, right? I did remember him saying that. Helen says, I've seen some of Candy and the Gang. It's awesome. Yeah, guys, don't forget to check out our recap of Candy and the Gang from last night. Yes. Check out the Candy and Gang recap. We had a good time talking about that as well. Betty, don't worry about me going in the water. I am not trying to go in the water. If anything, I will soak my feet in the water. I can see the rough waves from my balcony. But thank you for your concern. You don't have to worry about me. I'm not trying to. Shay says Andy was over Lisa and the reunion. It just felt a lot of back and forth over the same topics that they've been going back and forth on the entire season. And I get where they were just like, Lisa, you're not getting it. You're not understanding that you made her feel away. But Lisa really, at the same time, trying to make peace with Meredith. At the same time, she was saying, no, you lied. You're a liar. Of course, Danielle. Of course. Team Whitney and Heather. Why, Danielle? Why? Gabrielle says Lisa was so ganged up. Lisa on the Move said, Sister on the Move says, I was over Andy, Lisa, and the rest of Salt Lake City. You were just over it in general. You were just over it in general. Let me see something. I have to say though, based on the ratings for last week's episode, it was only like 700 and something people, 700 and something thousand. That matters. People that watched the reunion. So the ratings have been decent, but not spectacular. I haven't seen the ratings for Candy and the Gang yet. I'm sure you guys will let me know. I don't know how it did. I did see a rumor that it was renewed. I'm like, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. It's a little early for that, but we shall see. JM, thank you so much for the super chat. JM says, I like that part 2 reunion. Did I like the part? I think I like part 2 more than part 1. I think I might like part 3 more. I think they're waiting to give us the nitty gritty until the end, especially because they don't have Mary Cosby. Okay. Yes, Philly, let them know. All right. Did we hit our 250 though? Yes, we did. So let me drop the call-in link, guys. For those that are just joining us, we are recapping the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 2 reunion, and I am broadcasting live from San Juan, Puerto Rico. If I'm going blurry, look, it is what it is. Internet's not great. Is what it is. Okay. Let's drop this call-in link. This makes you appreciate your studio more for all the bells and whistles I have. You don't have my background, nothing. It's what it is. Rebecca says, I like part 2 better, but it's still a tad bit boring. I agree. And I think it's boring because we really didn't get everything that we wanted from the reunion, including Mary Cosby. Dom says, I like part 2 more than part 1, but I won't say I liked part 2. I get what you're saying when you say that. I don't know if we're going to love part 3 either. I think because Mary decided not to show up, it really ended up being like, ugh. Someone else said this. Are you visiting Sweet James? I wonder what part of Puerto Rico he's in. I don't want to, though, because he's a little scary to me. Thank you, Audra. Audra says, thank you for working on your vacation, Kempire. You're welcome. Micah says, still stand by this reunion. Could have been just 2 parts. I mean, it could have been. They're dragging it out. These conversations between Lisa and Meredith and their friendship, that friendship will be salvaged so that they can continue. We've seen this happen with other housewives. They move on, but are they really friends in real life? No. Okay, we have a full backstage. Okay, backstage, because the internet is shaky, let's get straight to the point. Let us know who you are, where you're watching from, and the most pressing thing that you would like to say. I don't have my time. Wait, I do have my timer. Look, let's keep it straight to the point, y'all. Okay? All right. I wonder if I do that. No, you guys want to see me. That's all right. I know people are talking about Sweet James. Someone else said the same thing. No, I don't want to see Sweet James. Okay. Unless it's a completely different person. Okay. All right. Mel, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Mel?
Hey, sir. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing pretty good. You know what? I think for me last night was just that Lisa was totally in the hot seat. She was grilled, and rightly so. I think that she just got bad blood with so many of the ladies on the cast, and I think that Meredith was truly hurt by her. And that part when Meredith said, "Listen, I told you before my father died 3 days, and then I hit you up 2 days after he passed away." That was like, okay, so you know what, Lisa really, it was no saving her. I was totally out of her side at altogether. I think that next year she comes back and they come back together, she's going to have to really do a lot of apologizing and mean it. And that's it, because that father thing was crazy. It was like, wow, you knew that the lady's father was dying, and you wasn't checking on her every day. You took 3 days and she had to call you after he passed. That was crazy. So yeah, it was pretty sad. It was intense for her, but you know what? She deserved it. She needed to get the ladies' wrath. Everybody was at her last night. So that was
All
about
right,
it.
Mel, we appreciate you calling in.
Thank you, sir.
Ashley, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Ashley?
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. I have to talk about Lisa because my first thought about her is boo, tomatoes, tomatoes. I really enjoyed them going in on her. I feel like she needed to be on the hot seat, even though I can't really stand Heather and Whitney right now. But I was like, give it all to her, honey. Lisa's just horrible, and I agree with what Meredith said. It's the way she said it. If that was your friend of 10 years, it boggles my mind, like how you can be so cruel to her and say those things. I'm like, has TV really gone to your mind like that? And also, Lisa is not an icon. She is not a legend. She just got here. They're only on season 2. She is no Nene Leakes. She is no Bethany Frankel, who I do not even like. She is no Dorinda. And she is no Teresa. She is no nothing. She's not even a Cynthia. And a Cynthia could give it to the girls on a good day. I am sick of her. She's the wannabe puppet master. The only one who was able to do it well and not get caught for many seasons was Lisa Vanderpump, and that was it. And she did that for what, 7, 8 seasons before people caught on. We see through Lisa immediately. You are our producer's pet. That hot mic, girl. How you ain't know you was being recorded? Stop. Just stop it. So I'm over her. The only meme she got is hi baby girl gorgeous or Jenny, and nobody wants to see that either. Please, I hope people stop saying that she's lesbian, because she is not that at all. She's fake. Them tears are fake. And if she would have went on My Family, Meredith held a lot. I give it to Meredith, because there is no way we would have. I would have had to go in on her. But that's it. Bye. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Wait, Sebastian. There we go.
Hi, I'm
What's
Sebastian.
going on, Sebastian?
I'm great. First of all, I want to sound off on Lisa and Mary. Mary did the right thing by not showing up to this reunion, because it would have been Real Housewives versus Mary. That's what would have happened if Mary did show up. She did a good job, because if she did show up, we wouldn't realize how Lisa is a snake and condescending person. The whole storyline of this reunion would have been all Mary if Mary showed up, but she didn't. And it showed how Lisa is. And one thing I do know, I'm not a team Mary. I actually like Meredith. Mary, as in her tagline said, she will send Jesus after you. Lisa came for her church. She sent Jesus after her. Jenny came for her. Well, that happened to her too. Jen came for her. That happened to her. It's only a matter of time before Whitney and Heather is unleashed. Wow. And that's all.
All right. Sebastian, thank you so much for calling in.
No problem.
Gabriella, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Gabriella?
Bonsoir. Bisous. Hello. Just it's midnight here in Paris. It's not. It's midnight, and I say one thing. I love Lisa. I'm sorry. I'm Team Lisa. I love her, baby gorgeous. I love that, and I was just disgusted by Whitney with when she speak about Cameron, and she doesn't say the thing. What she think, but she's make subtitle and implicit accusation about Mary and Cameron, and it was disgusting because Lisa tried to stop her, and she can't, because she was ganged up, and that was just is disgusting that, because Whitney and Heather, they are the real puppet master, and not Lisa. They try to move pieces by pieces and everything like that. They are the one to make accusation against Jen, against Meredith, against Cameron, against Mary. What Whitney said in the show, oh, I go to the internet to see everything about Mary, but I can't to speak in because I'm afraid of my life. She's not dead for the moment. She not have everything, and she say, "Oh, maybe Cameron was groomed. I don't know. I can't you say that? And don't say it. If you don't mean it, don't say it. If you not have proof, don't say it." And that's what I find disgusting, because Lisa is Lisa. She make a game, but they are nasty, Heather and Whitney. I don't hate Heather and Whitney, but their action, their meaningful action by. I say that is like, a little pieces by pieces, and they make a web spider around Lisa. I see like that. Or around Meredith and Jen Shah.
Gabriella, I have to cut you off because, like I said, I have tech issues going on,
yes,
so I want to get to
sorry.
all the callers. I appreciate you calling in, though.
Bye. Bonne soirée. Au revoir.
Bye. All right, Norma, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Norma?
Bienvenido a Puerto Rico. Bienvenido a Puerto Rico. Welcome to Puerto Rico. Real quick, my biggest, what Lisa said was not very cool, and I could see how Meredith was hurt. But for me, what was more egregious was how she responded when she was called out. First, she said, "No, I never said that." I mean, come on. Andy brought a lot of receipts against Lisa, also showing, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, like when she was when Meredith had her back. But Lisa really, did not show any remorse. She was very defensive, and that for me is where, even though she said sorry later, that just, it's so off-putting when someone is caught in a lie and they double down. I don't like double downers. So really, really quick, if you haven't, get a magazine called ¿Qué pasa? And it tells you what's happening on the island and different things to see and do. Be
Okay.
careful because crime is everywhere, and you're an hour behind. No, you're an hour ahead, because in Puerto Rico they don't change the time. So even though in New York it might be what, 7 o'clock, over there it's 8. No, it's 6 o'clock.
No, it's
Well, no,
yeah, it's 6 o'clock. It's 6:15 in New York, but it's 7:15 here.
7:15 there. So, and it's a fun city. They stay up late. It's too bad you don't drink, because that's our national pastime. Look at Marisol. She's got it right. That's also Cuban. But enjoy the food. They have great food. I know it's almost time for you to go. I just want to say, enjoy the island. I hope it treats you well. You deserve it. That's my people. And thank you.
Thank you, Norma. Have a great day.
Ciao. Adios.
Adios. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, of course, this is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Season 2 reunion, part 2 of the reunion. If you're watching the replay of this, as always, I want to know your thoughts and how you would rate this reunion, your favorite parts. Are you looking forward to part 3? And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Tonight is in subscribers only live chat. All right. Micah says, Kempire, go enjoy your trip and get out of here. We are taking the last couple of callers, and then I will do that. That one girl, Johnson, I'm gonna bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, perfect. I just have one quick thing to say. I understand why Meredith came after Lisa. I understand why everybody is coming after Lisa. However, what about Lego Block Heather? And what about Whitney? From the Sprinter van all the way to this reunion, those two made Meredith's father's death their plot line. They kept it going. Lisa wanted to let it go and act like she never said anything or whatever, but it was those two, freaking frack is what I call them, that kept up that whole thing. I feel like Meredith was right in attacking Lisa. However, her venom should have been shot at the Gemini twins, because those two are just, I do not like them women. They're evil. I do not like them women at all. They're just pot stirrers. And they left Lisa out to dry because all three of them are equally as guilty. That's just my opinion. That's all I had to say. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
No problem. Bye.
All right. You guys are passionate for a lackluster reunion. You guys are passionate. All right. Kiana, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Kiana?
Hi.
What's
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. One, I just want to say I'm really jealous because I wish I was on vacay with you, but that's neither here nor there. First, I just want to say this reunion could have been 2 parts, or they could have made it 1 part and made it an hour and a half. Like, honestly. Lisa, like the previous caller said, she's not a Vanderpump. She tries to be, but she fails. But it's okay. I felt uncomfortable with Andy questioning Meredith regarding, couldn't you just say what day your father's memorial was? Because personally for me, if my friends tell me they're at a memorial or funeral, I'm not questioning them on the day. It's just not, it's so trivial. It's not even important, So, that's just me. I felt very uncomfortable with them talking about Cameron because he's gone. It's just some certain lines you just don't cross. And for me, that just made me very uncomfortable. I mean, last reunion made me uncomfortable, but this made me uncomfortable too. Also, what the previous caller said, that Meredith wasn't going in on Heather and Whitney for her father's memorial. I honestly think it's because her and Lisa have been friends for 10 years. So it probably hurt more as far as, Whitney and Heather. They're not close to Meredith like that. This is a job at the end of the day. They're co-workers. Lisa was a genuine friendship. So that's what I think. She went on Lisa. Rightfully so. But that is all. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you so much, Kiana. All right, Dr. M, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Dr. M?
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm okay. So all I have to say is, I don't think Lisa was sorry. She only is sorry she got caught, and you could see by the way she was fumbling and saying the whole time. Also, they should just cancel the whole show because I had high hopes for Salt Lake City because it was new, it was different, and I'm just tired because that's what I'm just tired. Also, if they cancel this show, they should come to Africa. They should do like Lagos or something like that. Egypt, Cairo, something different. Show Africans something African. I might be biased by saying that because I'm from Ghana, so I don't know. I'm biased naturally. And Mary, yeah, this just goes to show that Mary, even though she's different, and I don't agree with a lot of things she's done, but she brings something. She brings something quirky to the show, by her one-liners and a lot of the stuff she says. It doesn't like a lot of stuff she says. It's not that there's a better way of what to say what she says, but she doesn't know how to express it. That's her problem. She doesn't know how to express herself. That's all I say.
Okay.
That's all I have to know. And yeah, I know there's a Housewives of Durban and Johannesburg. I've watched that. That's the kind of mess we need. The Johannes. We'll go. You guys should go watch the Johannesburg one, and you'll know what I mean.
Yeah.
So thank you and have fun.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Guys, we're going to take one more caller, but before we do that, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel, the road to 100,000 subscribers. I can't even speak. You can tell I need some sleep, y'all. Oh, I need some sleep. It's been a long night, a long day. Let me take a sip. Of course, don't forget, you get daily and consistent content here on the channel, and you may have missed some stories from over the weekend. We don't just talk about reality TV here. We talk about everything in pop culture. So be sure to check out those stories, including an updated poem from your boy Kanye about his divorce. All right, Trish, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Trish?
Hello, Kempire. Thanks for pulling me up. I just wanted to say that last night I thought was rather boring, except for when Andy read word for word what Lisa had said during the hot mic moment. I thought that was really messy. I was surprised that nobody pushed back. You could tell that Lisa was really getting dumped on when she made the offhanded comment, I like Jen, even though that may be controversial. And Jen said, well, why would that be controversial? And nobody, not even Andy, said, well, maybe because you've been accused of ripping off old people to fund your very lavish lifestyle. So it was like, everyone just kind of said, yeah, Lisa, why would you say that? So I was a little taken aback by that. Otherwise, I was a little surprised, and maybe they're saving it for next week, but they didn't focus on Jen at all. And I don't know. I mean, it's the fact that people have come out, and I guess because she was so quiet. And again, it shows you how we're attracted to quiet women. We don't like the loudmouth. And I'm not saying that I like the way she behaved last season, but I always find it interesting that as a society, we find quiet women more attractive. And she didn't say hardly anything last night other than, well, why would it be controversial to be my friend? And everybody seemed to, agree with her. And I was waiting for Andy to say, well, you have been accused by the Southern District of New York. Not only that, but the other 10 or 12 people that you worked with have flipped, but again, maybe he's saving that for next week. So. But I don't want to keep you. I think you need to go out and or maybe go to bed and catch up on some rest so you can enjoy tomorrow. But enjoy your holiday. You deserve it.
Thank you so much, Trish. Have a great night.
You too.
First of all, thank you to everyone that called in. If you're just joining us, of course, this is our weekly recap. This has been a long season, and we still have one more episode of this reunion to recap. Thank God they didn't make it a 4-part. I think they could have made it a 4-part if Mary Cosby was there, but they heard we didn't want 3 parts. We didn't want 3 parts. Here are my final thoughts. Wait, before I get to my final thoughts, I did want to highlight this. Desline, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing. She says, when you're dealing with the death of a loved one, you really don't know what day of the week it is, whether you've eaten or slept. That's a very good point. Very, very good point. And honestly, I think we all, as a consensus, not the ladies on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, understood where Meredith was coming from. And I think we really appreciated her still dealing with these ladies, because I think a lot of us would have just cut them down and was just like, enough, I'm not doing this anymore. So the fact that she's still talking about this during the reunion after the season of them bringing it up, oh, you lied about when your father's memorial. Why would she need to lie about that? And maybe she did. Who cares? It's still a non-factor. It's still a non-factor at this point. I enjoyed part 2 more than part 1. Doesn't mean that part 2 was that great. It will be interesting to see what the ratings are for part 2. But we shall see. We shall see. Thanks to everyone that sent in the super chat. Thanks to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TeamKempire.com. Join our texting community at TextKempire.com. Thank you to, again, everyone that supports the channel in any way that you can. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to show love to our moderators as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And that probably won't be till tomorrow. As you guys said, I'm going to go enjoy my trip. I appreciate you all being here. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And you go rest. Look, you go rest. Dulcinea says, I see you, Kempire, traveling like Santa Claus. I really was. Get some rest and have lots of fun. I miss tapping my screen, but I get it. Look, I don't know how the internet situation is the situation. It is what it is. It's only a week. We will get back to our studio and our good internet when we're back in the studio. Thank you all for being here. Let's get out of here. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.